And the Trojans will kick this deep to get us going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Now someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they'll get him down that time.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved. Just get his hands on the football. Also, nice easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice easy throw. And look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. They'll change the pre-snap look now. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. They'll try a pass here. Catch made on the sidelines is enough to move the sticks.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Who makes the grab? They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Not the news, though, Coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance, calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. And the Trojans will bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Timeout, Oregon. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for a big play downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Oregon.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Handoff here from the shotgun. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. And he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Fights through the tackler. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've had so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen. Both won the Heisman Trophy.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work. And they'll use the ground game here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time. Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And here comes a deep shot. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Trojans will line up to boot it away. When he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. Bounce right at the 3-yard line and into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
They're going to run it. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34.
Oregon 7, USC 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout, Oregon.
And the Ducks looking to keep this drive rolling. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
There's the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
And looking for a big play here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The pass rush closing in. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. They'll be stopped short of the first down.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Looking to chuck it again. Defense is coming after him. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Trying to create outside the pocket now. On the run here, lets it go. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
They're going to go for it, but to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch made on the left side. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the handoff. Finding some room with the 25. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, SC. Can you say methodical? Marathon March, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the returner will be brought down. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Play action fake, looking to throw, looking to scramble. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Here comes a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That pack just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. 6-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 4.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
It's 4th down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On the run here. Lets it go. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Trojans will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
He's running out of time here. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. And they'll just down it right here. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
This will be down at the opponent's end near midfield. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field, looking to protect the football and protect the lead. They fumbled it away last time. And looking to throw now on first down. Snags the quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Running through the tackle. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, that's when you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. Fourth down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back. The back doesn't hesitate at all. He's able to convert and pick up that nice first down.
And the wideout goes in motion. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Second down and goal upcoming. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier tackled there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend. Play moving forward.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Oregon.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. They'll set up at the right hash mark, so a tricky angle here. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And they add to their lead.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4 inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's good for a first down near the 40.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
That's an important first down on that running play. And there's the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Gain of 5. Second down coming up.
The gain makes it second and medium. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. He's going to put it down and run. The senior calls his own number and picks up the first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The Trojans pick up enough yardage for a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. This is Oregon 17, USC 7.
And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The back's got it. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 27. Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. And the Trojans come to the line in a hurry-up. And 3rd and short to try to pick it up on the ground. And they pick up the 1st down, but 23 getting closer to the red zone.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the 1st down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
He's escaping the pocket now. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back, and he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. That's a crucial score. Kirk makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Breaking free at the 35. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down play coming up. For out left, complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The 1st down, pickup tackled at the 45.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Direct snap to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Tackled at the 28, this offense threatening now, another first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, here's an inside give.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
2nd down here, time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Powers through. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. The Ducks looking to cash in this red zone trip. We go with a direct snap. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. Can they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone? This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They're going to run it here. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Long enough and good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The offense is back out on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. They got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. Escapes the pocket. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a first down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. First down. They're going to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Second down, they're going to throw it. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it falls incomplete. The final play of the game as time runs out. Well, a really entertaining game. Came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.